Ah, that's hot. That's hot. Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Okay, YouTube Rewind. Contentious topic. Doesn't exist anymore, of course. It lasted from 2010 to 2019. All years that I was an avid YouTube consumer. I've seen them all. The first few rewinds weren't actually what they ended up looking like. They were just like top 10 videos for 2010 and 2011. 2012 is where you first saw it become like what it ended up becoming. YouTube Rewind is something that got worse and worse reputation from the general public as the years went on. Very famously, the 2018 YouTube Rewind broke the YouTube dislike record, dethroning Justin Bieber's Baby music video. Which is crazy, because at one point people did love these. I mean, they were getting made for a reason. If you go back to any YouTube Rewind now, the comments will be like, back when there were actually YouTubers in these things. The good old days. And if you go to the final ones, it's all like, does YouTube even watch YouTube? Which, very good philosophical question. Who watches the watchers? Comment sections do, I suppose. Now I'm going to be bold. I'm going to do something hitherto unknown. I'm going to ask the question, were the final few YouTube Rewinds even that bad? Do the criticisms of them even hold water at all? By the end of this video, you will have definitive proof. This video feels sort of hard to make because I wasn't sure how best to present the YouTube Rewinds, because obviously the best way to like understand them fully would be to watch the whole things. So I'm going to link a playlist that has all of them below. I'm only going to talk about a few of them. I'm not going through every single rewind and deep diving them, but I'm just going to like go through and try to do my best to encapsulate what that year was like and how well the YouTube Rewind captured it. Again, I was an avid YouTube viewer for all of these, so I remember the trends and stuff, but I'm only one man, I'm not a robot. I can't remember every single thing ever, but I'm going to do my best for you guys. So starting off with 2012, the first people we see are Walk Off the Earth, who are like mostly a cover band. They actually still upload to this day, so pretty cool. And then instantly it switches to Psy of Oppa Gangnam Style, and he breaks their guitar.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Also, quick fun fact for anyone who was like around for the Oppa Gangnam Style stuff. Psy has a song with Snoop Dogg called Hangover, and it's kind of a banger, so go check that out. You're welcome. But something I want to hone in on already. That's Psy, the K-pop artist, not a YouTuber. 2012. Well, okay. It might just be a one-off. This criticism, of course, it wouldn't be ridiculous and whatever. I'm sure this was just a one-off. Next up, we get Alpha Cat dancing Gangnam Style. Alpha Cat was known back then for like impersonating Obama and doing like some music parodies. I didn't watch him, but I did know him because he played Obama in the epic rap battles of history videos. So, banger. For the next basically half of this video is just YouTubers recreating the Gangnam Style video. And then it like switches to YouTubers recreating the Call Me Maybe music video. And then they're just like all collectively dancing. It flashes some viral videos, but for the most part, it's just the dancing and music video parodying. As for other people in it, we have all the obvious ones: iJustine, Smosh, Jenna Marbles, Epic Mealtime, the whole 9 yards. No PewDiePie, no Ray William Johnson though, like none of that. This one has a relatively small cast list compared to the upcoming YouTube Rewinds, and like, that's fine, there were a lot less YouTubers back in the day. And overall, this video was fine. It's not actually as flashy or as big as the upcoming ones. Like, for the most part, it's just like 2 music videos, and it's not like constantly switching around scenes like we will come to get used to. But yeah, it is all content creators besides Psy, so I guess it was just a one-off. Whatever. 2013. 2013 starts off with Kid President. Dude, I loved Kid President, so that was a nice start. And he taps the rewind button. This is the first appearance of the rewind button, which would become a big recurring character object in the YouTube Rewind verse. Tobuscus Happy Wheel makes his debut. I loved Tobuscus when I was like a child. Like, I remember like Nugget and a Biscuit was a banger, dude. It is a shame what that guy ended up. I'm really exposing my age here because on one hand, it's like, Gramps was around for the start of YouTube, lol. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I feel so young because it's like, lol, this dude was a kid when YouTube started. I was born in 2001, just so we can clarify. I'm sorry. So like I was like a child for the first few YouTube rewinds, but I did watch them because I liked feeling like a part of the community, but I definitely did not know everyone that was showing up. We do have some repeats in 2013, of course. Ryan Higa, Grace Helbig, Epic Mealtime, Rhett and Link, Smosh, D-Storm, iJustine, Glozell. All of the expected ones. Also some big intros we get. The Fine Bros, Bethany Moda, Tyler Oakley, Bart Baker, Epic Rap Battles of History, and of course, PewDiePie. Now, PewDiePie is an important part of this lore because PewDiePie being or not being in a rewind became such a ridiculous amount of if the rewind was going to get hated or not. Like looking back, it was kind of insane how many people were trying to go to war for PewDiePie, whether it was over like the rewinds or like the T-Series stuff. People would just get so upset that PewDiePie was not in a rewind, like weirdly upset, like parasocially upset. 2013 has a lot more like references to internet trends than I can tell from 2012. You have like the stalker girl meme make a cameo. You have the screaming goats. You have those fuck ass horse masks. Also way more music. It's a lot more jumpy with more different scenes than in 2012. So it's a lot more akin to like the final rewinds. Though 2012 was like the first time we saw the skeleton of what they'd become, I'd say 2013 is the first actual like modern rendition of the rewind and what it would stay as. They parody Blurred Lines and Wrecking Ball, which is interesting because those are two songs that were like pretty embroiled in controversy that year. I mean, Wrecking Ball was only controversial because it was like a woman being provocative in 2013, which, wouldn't really be controversial nowadays. And it shouldn't have been controversial back then, but, that's a whole thing. But Blurred Lines was controversial because like people said that he was singing about rape. That's up to your own interpretation. I think probably he is, and so it's a little fucked. But it's interesting to me that this is in a YouTube rewind, right? Because this is definitely not something that like ever would have appeared in 2017. And that was one of the big criticisms of like the last few YouTube rewinds is like they were too beholden to advertisers and like too afraid to take risks. That is directly something that H3H3 said. So, don't shoot the messenger. I'm not saying anything.
YouTube continues to pander to advertisers that hold them ransom.
Now, next in 2013 is Jimmy Fallon. Oh, so iconic YouTube. Oh, wait. Harlem Shake, of course. Iconic trend. Love the Harlem Shake. Cookie Monster, Macklemore, and Grover. Okay, so those aren't YouTubers. Smosh doing a Breaking Bad reference, but that's not a YouTube video. Girls' Generation, the K-pop group. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. We got the other late night Jimmy. We do have some what the fox says nonsense, but ding, 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 ding. Oh god. A PewDiePie Jumanji reference ends off the video, so lots of TV and movie references going on, lots of celebrity appearances. Those aren't YouTubers. Those aren't YouTube videos. Also, the Jumanji reference isn't even timely. So we see the issue, right? Like YouTube Rewind has always had celebrity cameos and references to things that weren't from or because of YouTube. It's odd to me that this became something that people latched onto so much because it's something that they've always done, even when people loved the rewinds. Like most of the stuff in 2012 and 13 is references to movies, TV, and music videos, not YouTube trends. It's just content creators recreating that stuff, which is fine, but the first moment of 2014 is a reference to the film Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it turns into the Turn Down for What music video. But okay, like we get what these were, generally, so let's skip ahead a little bit. From my memory of like the public reaction to these, 2016 is where like they started to actually become contentious. 2016 started with The Rock. YouTube, where's the YouTuber? 2016 also featured Trevor Noah, Dua Lipa, James Corden, and Seth Meyers. That's 5. Wait, the same amount as 2013? Okay, I mean, I thought it was like a big problem by this point, but that's the same amount as 3 years ago. Whatever. It does have celebrities like Flula Borg and Max, but considering the fact that their careers like started off of YouTube and they're still YouTubers, I don't count that. 2016, lots of memorable references. We got Pin Pineapple Apple Pin. Love that he got to make an appearance. Bottle Flip. Damn Daniel with the white van.
Damn
hope that everyone watching this is old enough to remember this stuff, because if not, you're like 8 years old. Go do your homework, please. Like, go away. Okay, now let's talk about the big stinker, 2018. The one that people say destroyed our ability to see dislikes because YouTube was so embarrassed. The one that people say truly represents the fall of YouTube Rewinds, where it became just nothing but advertiser-friendly, corporate, trying to be the new Hollywood by cameoing a bunch of celebrities.
It's almost like I'm almost glad that I'm not in it, because it's such a cringy video at this point. It's so disconnected with the community and its creators when it's trying to even do the opposite. Do the ones that make YouTube Rewind actually watch YouTube?
Continue to keep trying to be more Hollywood, acting as if Will Smith is the face of YouTube, which is just so insulting to everybody and so disingenuous.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Now, of course, 2018 starts with the infamous Will Smith moment. Actually, no, it doesn't start with it. The that's hot is like later in the video. But the beginning, he's just like, Fortnite. So right into it, it's Fortnite. A bunch of YouTubers are on the battle bus, which I think is fine. Like, Fortnite was a game that was exploding in internet culture in 2018, and a lot of that was because of YouTube videos. So I don't know why people complain about this. Like, there were a lot of complaints that Fortnite was featured too much in this video, but like, Minecraft was featured a lot in past ones. Halo was featured a lot in past ones. So just because you don't like Fortnite doesn't mean that they're like doing anything differently. So driving the Fortnite battle bus is Ninja, and his passengers are Marques Brownlee, iFunny, Lachlan, Gaming with Kev, a young Nick A30, We Never Gave Up, and Jubilee Media, believe it or not, which we all know right now. So let's be real. At the time, could you even have named half of these? If you could have, good for you, but let's not all pretend like we could have. You were not watching Jubilee Media in 2018. Anyways, let's look at the next 15 YouTubers after the battle bus. I have to look at it. Superwoman, Kingsley, Connor Franta, Rosanna Pansino, currently in the news cycle for beefing with Mr. Beast. Veritasium, FouseyTube, Mamrie Hart, Lana McCassick, Bart Baker, Anna Akana, Gigi Gorgeous, Brizzy Voices, Kinsey Elizabeth, Miss Remy Ashton, and Makeup by Mandy 24. Do you know all of them? Oh, such a problem with 2018. Oh, oops, that was the first 15 YouTubers in 2015. My bad. Okay, but let's be serious. Let's really tackle the core of this issue. I have no-lifed. I have wasted my time figuring out every single person in YouTube Rewind 2018 with the help of their credits, luckily. Like, they have a little blurb that's like every single person that appears in the video with their name. So I didn't have to like YouTube reverse image search a bunch of stuff, but this was a lot of work, so please subscribe to me, please. But anyways, is this actually a celebrity festered clusterfuck? Now, for some, they're famous and a YouTuber. I counted that as YouTuber. Like Trixie Mattel, who is known for being on RuPaul's Drag Race and winning it, was also and still is a big YouTuber and was at the time of this. So I counted them as YouTuber. Also, like, if there are multiple people as a YouTuber, then I just counted them as one person. So like, the 4 Try Guys are in this video, but in my counting, it's one, the Try Guys. Like, it's per channel, I guess. There are 112 people and or characters that show up in this video. And if you'll give me a drum roll, please. There are 7 celebrities and 105 content creators. All that fuss, all that hatred over 2 more content creators than 2013, over a ratio of 94% content creators to 6% celebrities. Are you fucking kidding me? So I think we can say factually that 2018 was not a celebrity-filled wasteland. Something that I noticed when doing my checking is that there were a lot of foreign YouTubers. There were some Turkish YouTubers, some Russian YouTubers, Japanese YouTubers, Spanish YouTubers. So, of course, if you only watch English-speaking YouTube, you're not going to recognize a lot of these people. But it doesn't mean that they're not creators that deserve to be in this. People from all over the world watch YouTube, and that got more and more true as these years went on, and YouTube actually did their best to try and feature YouTubers from all over the world, which, if you ask me, is awesome. Throughout all of middle and high school, I probably watched YouTube for hours a day, at least 4 or 5 times a week, maybe less or more, depending on the week, but I was a true YouTube no-lifer. I was the consumer. And there was not a single year where I could have named every YouTuber, and to be honest, I don't think that's true for most people. Maybe like 2% of people could have named everyone in any given year. But let's be so serious, please. 12-year-old boys in 2013 that were watching fucking PewDiePie and Smosh were not also watching Bethany Moda and Makeup by Mandy. Not that it would be bad if they were, don't get me wrong. There might have been some overlap, but I'm just saying, as a general stereotype, there is simply no way that people were consuming YouTube that much over so many genres to where they would know every single YouTuber from food, from makeup, from vlogging, from comedy, from gaming, from language learning. It's just not possible. YouTube Rewinds were cool because they try to include every corner of YouTube, every genre, every kind of YouTuber. But you can't even get close, and it gets harder and harder every year as YouTube grows and grows and grows. I'd imagine that making a YouTube Rewind now would be fucking impossible. Who would you put in it? The video can't be an hour long. Additionally, meme cycles and trends started to come and go a lot faster. You would have to constantly change and rewrite videos and probably have to rush it at the last minute, because if you only made it with the first 8 months of the year, you would miss so much. But back then, the stalker girl was a meme for over a year, so it wasn't that hard to make sure you included most things. In 2012, there were 40 YouTubers, but in 2018, there are tens of thousands of YouTubers, and that's what bugs me about this criticism. When people are I recognize more people in 2012 than I do in 2018. No shit. There are infinitesimally more YouTubers, and you are consuming the same kinds of content and the same amount of content. Of course you would recognize less people. Are the YouTube Rewinds cringe? Yeah. Are they corny? Yeah. But that's what we loved about them. They were a celebration of everything that YouTube was. YouTube is a place where anyone can create from anywhere. They can make whatever they want and anyone can watch it. And it was just a basic celebration of that in internet culture as a whole. And I know it's not that deep, but it kind of makes me sad that that was bastardized by people just hating and whining. I'm sure the name YouTube Rewind didn't do it any favors, but it was never just YouTube Rewind. They always made references to more general pop culture and did celebrity cameos. Could you have removed Will Smith and added one more YouTuber? Yeah, sure. You're always going to miss hundreds of content creators, and honestly, YouTube Rewind dying was inevitable as YouTube grew. Did 2018 kill it, or was it just the true bottle cap year where there was too much of a cultural divide amongst YouTube to truly satisfy everyone? I honestly would argue the latter. I don't think that 2018 on its own is any more cringe than the 2014 one. Now, don't get me wrong, if you just didn't like the 2018 one because of vibes or whatever, that's fine. I'm not telling you that you have to go and change your opinions on this and just decide that you like it. What I am saying, though, is there were probably a lot of people who did not formulate their own opinions and just listened to PewDiePie and H3H3's complaints about YouTube Rewind. Let's be so serious. If PewDiePie and H3H3 had not made videos whining and complaining about how YouTube Rewind had changed for the worse, I guarantee the public perception would not be as bad. Y'all are sheep. 2019 was the final YouTube Rewind, and it's kind of depressing. The video starts off just being we're sorry that you hated 2018. Let's see if we can remedy this. And they just kind of do what they did in 2010 and 11. They show top YouTube videos. And low-key, I actually kind of like this format. They do top most liked YouTube videos, top most viewed, top most liked music videos, top most liked games. It's pretty cool. But then everyone still hated it. That was it. It was too late. YouTube Rewind was dead. One of the top comments is, YouTube played it too safe. This is just a Watch Mojo video with no narrator, which is basically what the first few YouTube Rewinds were, though one of them, Rebecca Black, was narrating it, but you get my point. It was thankless. It had become trendy to hate on YouTube Rewind no matter what. Even when they did what people asked, They included no celebrities. They didn't even make it a production. They just showed all of the most popular YouTube videos and trends on YouTube. It was a flop. And there was just no going back after all that hatred. I do actually kind of wish YouTube Rewind had continued in its 2019 format. Please bring back Rewind in its 2019 form. Please and thank you. And also let me cameo. What's important to remember, I believe, though, is that the magic that made YouTube what it is not gone. YouTube has always been a platform for creators. It is diverse, it is inviting, and it can entertain anyone. Anyone can post to it and anyone can watch, and that has not changed. Rewind was about celebrating that, and I think as long as we remember that, as long as we remember how truly awesome YouTube actually is, we're gonna be all good. You might think I'm bootlicking or, whatever, but let's be honest, guys, we love YouTube. All of our lives would be so different without YouTube, and I'm not just talking about YouTubers who have turned this into a job. So many people's main source of entertainment is YouTube. People have found comfort in their favorite YouTubers. People have learned how to fix their cars and their toilets and their kitchens. YouTube is an amazing tool, an amazing entertainer, and an amazing, amazing product. I don't think these underlying ideas that YouTube Rewind wanted to celebrate are going anywhere anytime soon. So, thank you, YouTube. If you enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe. This was a fun video to make, maybe even a bold one, perhaps. But yeah, that's it for me. I've got to go rewind back to 2011 to give my younger self some advice. Hippo out.